Hello everyone, my name is Amber and I'm in the Lucky Cow Kitchen in Darlington, Wisconsin. And today we are going to talk about the 4 simple rules of creating a cheese board for Thanksgiving. So before we get to the rules, I want to talk a little bit about the cheese board itself. This is my all-time favorite. I talk about it all the time. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It happens to turn as well. It's very easy to take from one table to the other, meaning for like your appetizer table to your dining table. It's great for your dining table because it turns. So if it's not accessible from one side to the other, you can just turn it and there you go. Something I do to prep the board is I put a little bit of olive oil or vegetable on it to create a nice shine, but it also doubles as a way so the products that you put on here don't stick to the board. So keep that in mind when you're making your cheese board. And now to the rules. So I kind of developed this because most people have a hard time picking out cheese. Not because they don't love cheese, but because they have to think of other people liking their cheese as well. So rule number 1 is to always have something everyone will like, specifically kids or people not from Wisconsin, right? Like not everybody has an expensive palate like we do here in Wisconsin, and when you have lots of family in town, you want to make sure to impress as well as make sure they like everything that's on it. So my 2 choices today are the white cheddar. This is one of my all-time favorite cheeses, as well as the Colby Jack. Now Colby Jack, you know what that's for. That's for the kids. All kids love Colby Jack. So these 2 are great to help people that don't have as much of an expensive palate, and for kids essentially. Rule number 2 is to make sure you get wild on your accoutrements. Now accoutrements are things like fruits, vegetables, crackers, or nuts. I highly recommend, especially for Thanksgiving, having cashews or pecans on your board. Some jams we have. You can really do anything. You can even do a strawberry jam, something that you might even have in your cupboard. But we have raspberry rosé, peach chamomile, white tea. We have all different types of jams here. All you have to do is ask us. But some other things are vegetables and fruit. Now you can do vegetables like olives, celery, things like that. Carrots, some things that can help cleanse the palate and also be healthy for you and for kids and your guests. And for fruit, apples and pears are a couple of my 2 favorite things. Pears are really, really awesome to have on your cheese board because they cleanse the palate and they're just that nice hint of sweetness to really be comparable with your other things on your board, as well as in your dinner or for Thanksgiving. So that is my 2nd rule of thumb. And my 3rd is to make sure you get cheeses that complement what you're eating for Thanksgiving. So here in Wisconsin, we love to eat cheese before we have our meal, during our meal, and sometimes even after. I know a lot of Wisconsinites who put cheddar on their apple pie. I personally don't, but I know people who do. It is a thing here in Wisconsin. So for that rule, I wanted to choose a couple of things that are great neutralizers and just accompany great with lots of things. So I picked our smoked Gouda cheese, also one of my all-time favorite cheeses. I usually have this in a lot of my boards, as well as Havarti. So Havarti is super creamy, great with cracker, great with your accoutrements, and great with your meal. So these 2 are great choices. And my 4th rule of thumb for Thanksgiving cheese board is to make sure you have 4 to 6 different types of cheeses on your board. And I chose these 2 because they can stand alone as well as accompany things, but they're also different and something that might be able to impress your guests at your Thanksgiving table. So this one is a wild Morel and Leek cheese. It is great on its own. It also packs a lot of flavor, to be honest. But if you like mushrooms, guaranteed you will like this cheese. It pairs well with crackers, it pairs well with your accoutrements, and I think it would pair really, really well with your dinner because it's herby and you tend to put lots of mushrooms and things in your meal. So it's going to be great for that. And my last cheese is the garlic pesto. It's very herby. When I think of this, I think it would be great with stuffing or things like that. Anything with herbs with your Thanksgiving meal. It is also great on its own, but can be paired with almost anything. And both of these things are pretty unique and you can't always find them everywhere. So being able to impress as well as pair well with your meal, is a great thing to have on your cheese board. So if you have any questions, or if you'd like to stop in at the store and ask me questions about how I do my cheese board, feel free to do so. You can do it in the comments. Be sure to like our YouTube channel. And this is my second video, so this is probably my 100th take, I'm not gonna lie. So I really appreciate any kind of feedback whatsoever, and I really, really, really hope you have a great Thanksgiving and have a great cheese board. See you later.